Hello everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. Today I've got a couple of fun day, range day type revolvers. I've got the Diamondback Sidekick and I've got the Ruger Wrangler. And both of these are just intended to be fun or maybe varmint type things, but mostly range day fun. There's kind of a different design between the two of them. So this one here, the Ruger Wrangler, is a single action, and it's a loading gate style. So you pull open the loading gate and you load the 6 rounds that it's capable of. This particular one has the birdshead grip, and it's a TALO exclusive, but it also comes in the more gunslinger style grip and a couple other different colors and barrel lengths and distributor exclusives. These tend to MSRP for just the regular ones, the regular mainstream ones, around $269, and it goes up from there a little over $300 for some of the distributor exclusives. And of course, with the distributor exclusives, they tend to be available for a while. They make so many of them, and when they're gone, they're gone. But these also come in assorted colors, Cerakotes, and kind of a wide range of barrel lengths. These hold 6 rounds, and they're chambered in 22 LR only. They're also single action only, so the trigger is not usable right now because the hammer's not back. I'm going to pull the hammer back now. These are 22, so I'm not going to dry fire it. So I'm going to hold the hammer just to protect the firing pin, but you'll notice it's a very, very short, very light pull. So it's got a very nice trigger on it, but you do have to thumb it back every time. And again, for a range day and nostalgia, that's kind of half the fun as you're firing something like this. And though the bird's head grip is relatively small, kind of hand almost dwarfs it, it's not like there's any recoil. So you're not trying to hold on to something that's trying to fly out of your hands. They're well machined, they're very easy to take care of, and they're just nice guns. And I did find this fun to shoot, but I did not find it easy to shoot well, because all you have for a sight is a black blade and a gutter. So trying to shoot these well, pull nice tight groups with them is difficult because the sights are rather difficult to see. And you can see that the blade is so small relative to the gutter that it's even kind of fuzzing out in the camera. Regular sights actually tend to be more visible in the camera. It does that same thing to your eye. So these are not necessarily bullseye accurate guns. Mechanically, I think they are, but the ability to see the sight well, especially if you're aiming at a target that has a lot of black around it, you're not going to be pulling super tight bullseye groups with these. These are more meant for fun and kind of just enjoying yourself. So let me move along to the Diamondback Sidekick. Now the Diamondback is a swing out style barrel, but it swings out a little different than you're used to. You pull this forward as opposed to a lever or a button back here. And of course it's unloaded, and you can see there's quite a few holes there. It's a 9 round. This particular cylinder is the 22 WMR cylinder. It comes with both the 22 WMR cylinder you see here, and it also comes with a 22 LR cylinder. So this one's a convertible. And that is nice because you can actually use it more effectively for varminting with the 22 Magnum. But when you just want to have range day fun, cheaper ammo, 22 LR, and neither one is going to have any appreciable amount of recoil. These are a double action, single action. So if I were to pull the trigger right now, even though the hammer is down, it would work, but it'd be about 16 pounds. So it's a kind of a heavy, longish double action pull, but double action is available to you. Or you can thumb the hammer back, and again, I'm going to hold the hammer as I pull the trigger. Notice how short and light. It's like a 2-pound hammer, or I'm sorry, a 2-pound trigger pull. I would actually say this has a slightly better trigger than the Ruger, but they're both so light and so nice in their single action modes that it's not going to make the difference whether you can shoot one well or the other. And you're going to have the same challenge with this. It's got a blade front sight, a black blade, and a gutter. The one thing I do notice is that the hammer on this one tends to interfere with the gutter more. The hammer spurs more in the way. When I line it up, the hammer spurs in the way. So if you're going to shoot this in double action mode, you're going to have a harder time lining up on your target first before you start to pull the trigger. But of course, in single action mode, and that would be the same as the Ruger, when the hammer's back, there's an unobstructed view of the front sight, but the gutter on this one is a lot tighter. So I actually found this one harder to find the front sight and shoot well than the Ruger, simply because the rear gutter doesn't offer as much gap between the the two sides. Overall, same concept. These are not bullseye target guns. These MSRP around $320 to $327. So the one you see here was MSRP at $320. For $327, new for 2023, they came out with a 3-inch barrel length. This one has a 4.5-inch barrel, and the barrel on that Ruger is a 3.75. But again, the Ruger comes in a wide assortment of barrel lengths and other variations of it. So you probably on the Ruger, if you're looking for a more specific size, you're probably going to have an easier time finding it. With this, you've got 4.5 like you see here, and then you've got the 3-inch. Both of these have mechanically worked well. So from beginning to end, I've not had any trouble with either one of these. They do work, and they work reliably, and they're fun to use. So they're perfect for range day, perfect for teaching younger shooters. One thing you might note is, despite the fact that there's no recoil in either of these, even with Magnum, you might find that the gunslinger grip style is a little easier to get a hold of. If you've got larger hands, there's more to get a hold of. And if you're a younger person with potentially smaller hands, it's just an easier format to grab. These look cool, and they're nice, but there's something about the format of it. It doesn't fit the hand as well. So you may find that if you're trying the two of them, you may find the gunslinger style grip to be easier to hold, and the Ruger does come in that. But this just looks cool. It's just a nice looking little revolver. So kind of pros and cons, weigh which of the two you like. Both of them are reasonably priced. Both of them are easy to live with. So the review on these two, the comparison, was asked for in the comments, so hopefully you'll see this, and hopefully it answers the questions you had. I wouldn't say either one of these is better than the other. They're different. And it's really going to come down, do you like the single action loading gate style, or do you like the DASA, more of the classic swing out style? And of course, if you're looking for Magnum, the Diamondback's going to have that advantage, because this style Wrangler is not available in any of these, or available in 22 mag. Ruger does make one that's available in 22 mag, but not in the Wrangler series. Beyond that, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, click that bell to be notified if you do. Check us out on Facebook, Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, pretty much everywhere. And please consider supporting the channel on Patreon, where we're going to have some other types of videos we can't do on YouTube anymore. Thank you.